What the fuck has happened to Square to put their name on something like this? Square was once company that when logo popped up upon starting the game, jizz would come out just a little bit as to what experience is about to be had. Here only jizzing is gonna come from weeble kids that look up Valkyrie's skirt while she's running, as I think it is only demographic this game is made for. I hope that you bastards that watch cartoons with two small fists firmly gripping even smaller dick are gonna appreciate me being blacklisted so I never receive another Square Enix key, but I am worried not many are going to speak up on how bad this game is. And the review key was provided by Square Enix. I am angry at this game because this comes from Square and looks cool as hell when watching, but is terrible experience when playing. I sunk into it about 10 hours and couldn't go any further. Got to chapter 7 or something. Game tries to get cheap sales by catering to anime nerds with widely beloved Norse mythology story and labeling itself RPG, which is genre it has literally nothing to do with. It is Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Dante's Inferno, Metal Gear Solid Revengeance type game. Remember this for when I start talking about combat. Remember how tight combat is in those games because it is what they offer mostly gameplay wise. This game has almost nothing good, let alone great. Don't believe anyone saying otherwise. If you think this game is good, then I have a dirty sock to sell you for $60, which can, and I promise this is true, make your partner happy by slapping him or her in the face repeatedly with my dirty sock. To be honest, it would be probably more fun getting chased throughout the house by an enraged, dirty sock slapped partner with a hatchet than playing Valkyrie Elysium. I can name couple good things and that is it. Graphics are really good, I like cel-shaded style. Valkyrie looks great and is accompanied by fantastic animations. However, there is some strange facial blurriness. What they have done well and needs to be commended is how weapons and animations feel. There is certain weight to weapons that is very well done. That is it from decent and good. Now on to bad, which is everything else. Where do I even fucking start? Story is weak, generic crap that has no depth, no interesting characters besides one wandering mysterious kid. Dialogue is weak, backstories of summons are not that interesting. By chapter 2, upon meeting another Valkyrie, you know what is going to happen later already. Basically you are sent to purify realms after Odin was wounded in battle with Fenrir, which is really cool intro that goes nowhere quickly. Instead of following up with insane story like introducing other gods in some foul play where we battle them or help them, Odin plays go fetch with us. I don't know how it all ends because I don't care enough to keep playing. What a missed opportunity.
I cannot fathom who this entity might be, but make no mistake, they are your enemy. Be on guard.
Understood.
So we are sent across Midgard to fetch stuff. Locations are linear, boring, have no appeal whatsoever, exploration is non-existent except for occasional turn left or right for 1 minute detour and then get back to the main path. Rewards are upgrade materials that you get plenty of anyway through fighting, so exploration is not rewarding at all. There are, however, you won't believe this, flowers that are spirits of fallen citizens that is supposed to be some kind of lore. Honestly, I'm dying laughing while typing this text. Some flowers tell somewhat interesting stories connected to lore, but half of them at least tell absolute fucking bollocks. Like what they were cooking, what non-lore related stuff they were thinking, and so on. Stopped collecting flowers after first 10. Doesn't take long to see how pointless this all is. It might have some connection to mythology for spirits of the dead to become flowers, but even if there is, it does not translate well to games or is simply badly done by Soleil and Square. Now on to combat. Before I start going into why combat is also bad, remember that at times it can be fun, a bit, due to good animations and feel of weight. Finishers are also nicely implemented even though frequently pointless. Game is also easy, so stringing together many kills could invoke feeling of satisfaction, which is self-gratifying illusion that clouds judgment on how bad combat is. First of all, camera is terrible. Tried all manner of combinations and options to fix it, but nothing worked. Frequently you won't see a damn thing, gonna be stuck in corners getting pummeled without possibility to fight back. Camera is slow to follow attacks, even if camera reset options after actions like attack or slow chain are enabled. Seeing and reacting to attacks behind or from sides is almost impossible, which also has to do with lack of attack cancel, slow block and overall unresponsiveness of defensive actions. Not to mention all effects on the screen at once going off that leaves Valkyrie obscured without any inclination of what is going on. Talking about effects, combat relies on opposite element system where when using proper weapon and magic enemies take additional damage and can become crushed, which is stunned state. System is quite basic but makes sense and is nice addition to add even tiny bit of depth to combat. Games in this genre I have mentioned earlier have tight, well developed combat with careful frame manipulation, giving players full freedom mostly through attacks and defense. In Valkyrie Elysium you can forget about any of this except offense. Offensively gameplay is alright, but lacks high quality weapon impact, dodge to attack switch, more meaningful counters, air dash. Soul chain helps a bit in air, but it isn't the same. Big issue are recovery times when knocked down and after attacks, especially considering there is no attack cancel, block not being instant, and dodge being unresponsive at times. Frame rate also drops at times during combat. Combat overall is unresponsive and lacks precision, which is noticeable very early on to anyone that has played higher quality games in this genre, which is pretty much every game except Werewolf the Apocalypse. To me, this whole combat system looks a lot like they have copied from games such as Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy XV, where it is amazing because of the fact those are RPGs, so frame manipulation is not big of a deal. In beat 'em ups, or however this genre is called, frames, defensive actions, mobility, attack patterns, which are granted good at times, camera and combat depth are all key factors in which this game falls flat mostly. With all the effects from summons and magic, combat looks like Skittles bursting in all colors. Summons are cool concept that I like, but they are obviously there to hide mechanical deficits in combat. They also make game very easy. Enemy diversity is also bad. 7 chapters and same enemies with in rare occasions new one entering the mix. Badly looking undead enemies, terrible designed melee and ranged human enemies with one attack pattern, drakes which would be amazing if game was better, flying gargoyles, elementals and one big boy that I can't name cause I don't know what it is. Maybe I missed one or two. I'm sure in last few chapters game introduces couple more. Bosses are aesthetically nice but mechanically weak. Sometimes you're gonna go through them like hot knife through butter, and rarely they're gonna overwhelm with continuous aggressive attacks until you screw up and can't see anymore what the hell is happening. Character progression is terrible. Every weapon can be upgraded, but they unlock same bloody moves, no matter the weapon. A lot of thought went into it, I see. They couldn't even add icon to show which element weapon possesses. These supposedly RPG elements of unlocking new skills and improvements are so shallow and basic that my 9-month nephew who shits the diaper still can think of a better and more meaningful system, and he can't even talk yet. Maybe he is the only one that could like this game because he could only watch it. Trust me, game is better to watch than play. Completely unnecessary progression system that some people who don't know what they are talking about could point out as RPG element in Valkyrie Elysium. Even if it would be, it shouldn't be here as it adds nothing. All upgrades are gonna be purchased anyway. It is impossible to be in upgrade material deficit even if going only for story missions. Sub quests are by the way same locations revisited that are rewarding at times by unlocking new summon movesets, but it's just more of the same. Do I need to go more? I give Valkyrie Elysium 3 out of 10, which translates to bad game. I could see it go all the way to 5, which would mean average mediocre, if they fix lots of things in combat. As things stand, avoid it at all costs. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos. Not from this game though.